Greetings everyone, and welcome to a special update and closer look. Yeah, just one item to talk about today, but it's a good one. It's one I wanted to get into the collection for a very long time. Ah! That was a terrible Pee-wee impression. Anyway, Pee-wee's Playhouse, the complete series on Blu-ray from Shout Factory. Now, this recently got a re-release in slimmed down packaging. This is actually the original release from 2014. I went to the Shout Factory website looking for the re-release and saw that they had a bunch in stock of the original release. So I was like, well, yeah, I'll get that. It's got the nice hardbox packaging and everything. So there's not a lot to look at, honestly. It's basically just two keep cases in a hardbox. And it has it doesn't have a backing sheet. It just has the contents printed on the back of the hard box, so that's kind of nice. But yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse, of course, really needs no introduction. If you're a fan of Pee-wee, you know this show probably inside out and backwards. But man, what just a crazy acid trip of a show. I've always enjoyed Paul Reubens' just kind of manic, crazy humor. I mean, he's very much like a living cartoon character, and the show really takes that to the next level, where you have a mix of styles. You got animation, you got claymation, you got puppets, you got animatronics, and just crazy chroma key stuff, and just a motley cast of characters, many of whom are played by very familiar faces. Yeah, I mean, you have the theme song sung by Cyndi Lauper, absolute legend of 80s pop music, who was apparently a good friend of Paul Reubens, and I think actually did the theme song "Oh Gratis." She just did it as a favor to him, and it's great. It's really perfectly sets the tone for the crazy nature of the show. You got Lawrence Fishburne, Morpheus himself, as Cowboy Curtis. You got Phil Hartman as Captain Carl, and that actually dates back to the HBO special that they did back in the early 80s, which I have on VHS. Great special, by the way. If you ever get a chance to see it, it's very much like a prototype Pee-wee's Playhouse. It has a lot of elements that would be familiar to fans of the show, but in a stage play format. And it's interesting. The jokes are slightly raunchier because it was an HBO special, but it still has that sort of subversive innocence that we all know from the show and from the Pee-wee movies, of course. So, yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse, remastered on Blu-ray. Apparently, Paul Reubens himself kept all the original film masters from the show and handed them over to Shout Factory to do a big remaster job, and it looks fantastic. I've never seen the show look this good. It's a really nice set if you're a fan, for sure. So don't fret. As I said, if you can't get your hands on the original, you can get the slimmed down re-release, which, as far as I'm aware, is all the same contents on the discs. It's just slimmed down packaging. So let's take a closer look at the complete series Blu-ray set of Pee-wee's Playhouse from Shout Factory, today on the Multimedia Chronicles. And here we go. So this is the original Shout Factory hardbox release of Pee-wee's Playhouse. And no backing sheet or anything. They actually printed the contents on the back of the box, so that's kind of nice. And then if we look here, I know it's probably a little out of focus, but you get the gist of it. And then on top, and whoops, and then even on the bottom, we got like a wooden design there. So quite a nice nice box, actually. So we just kind of shake them out here. So no inserts, really. It's just basically two keep cases that have all 45 episodes and extras. And if we flip it around, for a second there I thought it was a continuous picture. I'm like, oh cool, but no, it's not. Anyway, there you go. So we just take a look at the first set here. Now I have watched a bunch of these since getting them, and I gotta say it looks gorgeous. Like, I've never seen Pee-wee look this good before. It's amazing. And then if we look under the discs, we actually have the episode listing and the contents of each disc. So it actually gives you the just sort of the subject of the episode. In this case, you know, ice cream soup. The original air date, September 13th, 1986. And the secret word, which was door. Ah! Yeah, I'm sure parents loved this show. So there we go. I like how each disc has its own individual artwork featuring characters from the show. And there we go. Very nice. So what does this have? Bonus features. We got brand new interviews with members of the cast and crew. Yeah, it doesn't really tell us specifically who or running time or anything like that. But anyway, very cool. And does it say specifically here? Nope. Just says interviews with the cast and crew. So there you go. Alright, so then we have seasons 3, 4, and 5. I'm guessing the later seasons were a lot shorter, since collective number of episodes is about the same as seasons 1 and 2. And just open that up there. I do like that it's a tray in the middle, so all the discs are kept separate from each other, which is quite nice. Hubs are nice and easy to remove the discs, which is great. Gotta hate when you get those hubs that are really tight. How are these ones? Oh yeah, no, that actually comes off really easily. So, good stuff. And there we go. Yeah, this is great stuff. I would watch the show periodically when it was originally on. I mean, it originally came on, what was it? I guess, yeah, I know some friends of mine were really into Pee-wee, but I was kind of late to the party. It wasn't until, I guess, the 90s, the early 90s, when I was on my own, I kind of started to check it out a little bit more, just for the mad craziness of it all. And there we go. Slide it back in. All good to go. So I got really lucky with this. As I mentioned, it was really nice to be able to get the original set, because I know this is one I'd had my eye on for a long time, but sadly could not, I guess I just couldn't afford it at the time. But if this is unavailable by now, which it probably is, I think they were just clearing out the last of their stock when I got it. They do have a standard edition that just came out recently, a re-release, so you can still get, as far as I know, all the disc-based contents are the same. And really, I mean, there's not much to write home about with the packaging here. It's literally just 2 keep cases and a hard box. So what's the difference now? 2 keep cases in a not hard box? Like, so I don't think you're missing too much if you get the re-release edition. And there you go. So I'm sure you'll agree, quite a nice, compact little set, very shelf-friendly, and yeah. So I didn't watch the show a ton when it was originally on. I just kind of caught the odd random episode here and there. Some of my friends were really into it, but it wasn't until later in life. I think it was after I saw the HBO special, actually. I gained a deeper appreciation for the humor, where it's very much suitable for kids and, you know, family viewing, but it is a little bit subversive. There's kind of a little bit of sly wink aspect to the humor. Like, well, it comes off as being just this straight up zany kids show. There is this sort of strange, I don't know, psychedelic appeal for adults, I think. And I know a lot of adults like my age who grew up with the show who still love it as much today as they did when they were kids. Yeah, great stuff. Pee-wee's Playhouse. Gotta love it. And don't forget, when you hear the secret word, scream real loud. Alright, that is it from me to you for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, sayonara.